Hi everybody, Steve Griffiths here, developer of the MTPredictor software program. In today's MTPredictor video, I'd like to introduce our new add-ons for NinjaTrader 8, and in particular I'd like to introduce a couple of new features we have in these new NinjaTrader 8 add-ons. The first of these is our new DP trend indicator, which you can see at the bottom here, which gives you an indication of the large degree trend based on the decision points from the prior major swings. Here you can see that we had a couple of buy setups here, TS1 and a TS3 HG, which is a Holy Grail trade setup, which I'll have a look at in a minute. But you can see these buy setups would have been against our old STF indicator, which, as you know, with any indicator, indicators tend to be lagging. But our new DP trend indicator was blue, indicating the trend was up, and therefore these were good setups to take. So this is a good new addition to our NinjaTrader 8 add-ons. The next new setup we have, or there's a couple of new setups, we have a VS setup. If I look at the NQ from yesterday, there's a VS setup there, which is a volume spike, where we look at a reversal at a DP when we have a spike reversal beyond a prior pivot. So if I place the DP from this pivot, the market reverses at that level with a high volume spike. So that's our VS setup. There's more information on that in other parts of the website, but the one I wanted to look at today was on the ES here, which is our Holy Grail trade setup. This is one you'll have known if you've been following MTPredictor for a while. We call it a Holy Grail not because it's a high percentage of winners. You'll know if you've been following MTPredictor that we don't believe in having a high percentage of winners, because most of that means that you'll only have small winners, and then large losses come through and actually wipe out all your winners, and then end up losing overall. So what we believe in is having trades where the winners are large and not necessarily happening a lot of the time. This is by far the easiest way to trade, and is what most professional traders do. So why is this nicknamed the Holy Grail? Well, it's nicknamed the Holy Grail because it trades off a wave 2 in an elliott wave pattern. So what we're looking for is the start of a sequence, the market to move up into a wave 1, the market then to correct back into a wave 2, that wave 2 to subdivide into an ABC, which is what you can see here. If I right mouse click, then do elliott wave intermediate, you can see there's our ABC correction. The market then to rally up here in a wave 3, because a wave 3 follows a wave 2. If I do elliott wave major, you can see then we have a wave 3 swing here. So why is this the Holy Grail? Well, the Holy Grail is because a wave 3 is the strongest and longest move in a completed 5-wave sequence. So now if I clear everything off and place our analysis on this blue buy bar here, right mouse click analysis, we go to our typical wave 3 WPT target for our trade. But can you see here how the profit is large in relation to the initial risk? This is why we've nicknamed it a Holy Grail, because it's a trade setup that has a large profit when it's right and a small loss when it's wrong. And this is what you want to aim for in your own trading, is big profits and small losses. Remember, we use correct position sizing here to keep your initial risk small and under control. In the NinjaTrader 8 add-ons, you can have different accounts you can set up. You set up whichever you wish, and then all the position sizing is done based on your accounts there. In fact, I'll just very quickly just show you that. I'll bring up the control center. If I go to Tools, MTPredictor, Accounts and Risk, you can see here under Accounts, you can set up new accounts here in whatever size you want, and also whatever currency you want as well. One thing we do at MTPredictor here is we change the tick size or the pip size depending on your particular currency. So in other words, if you're trading in British pounds, the tick here, even though it's an ES chart, will be calculated in British pounds. If you're trading in euros, or your base account's in euros, the tick size will be then calculated in the background in euros for you. It means that your position sizing can be kept constant across different markets that have different base currencies. This is particularly good if you're a forex trader, because as you know, if you're trading non-US dollar based cross rates, the base rate of the cross rate is in different currencies. So it means that your position sizing is then kept constant across your different markets. That means you keep your initial risk constant across different markets as well. So that's why that's nicknamed the Holy Grail trade setup, because it has a large profit potential in relation to the small initial risk. So let's go and have a look now at how yesterday, which was Friday the 6th of May, unfolded. As you can see, we had two buy setups. They were in the direction of our blue DP trend indicator, therefore trend was up, therefore they were good to take. Let's have a look at this first TS1 buy setup here. Let's place the analysis on. It would have taken you in 4 contracts, keeping our initial risk less than 2% of a sample $20,000 account in this particular case. But guess what? The market came back, rolled over and stopped you out. Losses can and will and do happen. I'll say that again. Losses can and will and do happen. This is a part of any professional trader's life. In other words, you will always have losing trades. But as I've stated, because we use correct position sizing, this loss is kept small at what we call one risk unit. So this trade would have been a losing trade. You'd have made 1 R loss, 1 risk unit loss. Market then comes down and gives you a Holy Grail trade setup. As we've seen here, the market goes in nicely up to your first target, but in this case the profit's large at plus 4.9 R. Can I call that 5 R just for easy maths? So the first trade loses minus 1 R. The second trade then makes plus 5 R, so you've done 2 trades and plus 4 R profit overall. So even on this small sample, 50% hit rate, obviously I know that's not representative because it's only 2 trades, but can you see, because it's a very small loss, very large profit, you made good money overall. That is the trick to professional trading. So the ES had a very good day yesterday, and I just wanted to show you this because it highlighted our new DP trend indicator, which is great, and our new Holy Grail trade setup. Let's have a look at some of the other markets. Let's have a quick look at the YM. Same thing here, we had a TS3 buy setup here in the direction of our new DP trend, and also if we are trading the Russell Index, had another Holy Grail trade setup here. This time it was on a black trend. In other words, the large trend was unsure. If this is the case when you place the analysis on, you get to the 100% initial risk level, it's probably good to bring your stop to break even because it's in the process of changing its trend. But nevertheless, you can still take longs or shorts when the DP trend is black. This went up to the first target there, which in this case again was the typical wave 3 WPT because it was a Holy Grail trade setup where you would have had a nice 5.3 R profit at the end there. So another good example of a Holy Grail trade setup on the Russell Index. So hopefully this has been a good example here to highlight a couple of new features we have in our new NinjaTrader 8 add-ons, which is our new DP trend indicator and also our new Holy Grail trade setup. Remember, this is not called a Holy Grail because it has a high percentage of winners. It's called a Holy Grail because when the winners come through, they are much larger than the initial risks. In other words, if you've ever looked at Elliott wave patterns or Elliott wave stuff, you've ever heard anything about it, and you've ever wondered how can I trade the end of a wave 2 to catch the full wave 3, which is the best swing in a completed 5-wave sequence, this is what the Holy Grail trade setup is designed to do. If you're not an Elliott wave expert, and I know lots of people don't like Elliott wave, all you simply have to do is look at trading these in the direction of the DP trend indicator, and that will then do all the stuff for you in the background. So a good example of our new NinjaTrader 8 add-ons and some very nice, or a couple of nice trade setups on the USE minis yesterday, which was Friday the 6th. In particular, this Holy Grail buy setup on the 3-minute ES.